Hey, it's Alexis. So I want to talk about results and potential. So this is something all of us are invested in if you're in the coaching world or in the business world or client world at all. So we want results for our clients, we want results for ourselves, and we're also really thinking a lot about our potential. Like, what does it mean to step into your potential? What does it mean to have potential? What is potential versus where we are now? Or maybe you don't think about it, but I'd like you to think about it. So let's talk about that. So one of the things, like right now I'm offering a June special because it's my birthday on Saturday. Anyway, I'm really excited. I love birthdays, in case you couldn't tell. And so I'm offering 3 different options. One of them is 3 sessions, one of them is 6 sessions, and the other one is 12. Now, for a long time I thought, why would anybody need to work with me longer term? I'm a strategist, so we get the clarity, we get the vision, we get that life purpose, and all of the messaging hammered out right away. If you've worked with me, you know we work really, really quickly. So why would you need to work with me long term? And then I had this big aha moment and this big awakening, and I was like, right, because we're so practiced at the way that we think about things. We're so practiced at being stuck. We're so practiced at looking outside of ourselves because we've had literally a lifetime of pressure to look outside of ourselves. We're so practiced at feeling insecure that we don't even notice we're doing it. Literally, we don't notice we're doing it. So that's why you do the longer term work, because then we integrate and then we can go deeper and then we can go deeper, because we can get to some level of clarity. But as soon as I tell my clients this all the time, expect within 48 hours that you're going to have this massive sense of whiplash when your logical mind jumps back in and tells the soul, like, I don't know what you're doing. Like, why do you think you're capable of living in this expansive space? Because we're practiced feeling really constricted. We're practiced feeling condensed and small. So when it comes to getting results over time, like the real results that you want, because everybody wants the result, right? Everybody feels that sense of potential and wants the result that gives you that fulfillment on the potential level. But so many of us aren't willing to commit to the actual time and the work that it takes. Like, we want it overnight. And we hear about these people who make money overnight, but let's be honest, people don't make money overnight, right? Like, we can, it's totally possible, the potential is there, but there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes, and anybody who's done it will tell you how much work they put into it, because it's a commitment, it's consistent change, it's consistent daily choice to be a different way. So I'm not saying that some people, like, I'm offering 3 sessions, so clearly I see a value in having those short-term sessions, but the people who they're really helpful for are the people who have very, very solid, grounded businesses and need to do some minor tweaking to get that message even more powerful and to get that clarity to bring all of the aspects of their life together. It's not a shortcut to get the results that you want and to feel into that potential, but only in 3 sessions. Because if you're spending all of your time feeling confused and you've spent years being like, I just don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how it's going to work, and I'm not quite sure, and look at all these other people, and I'm not sure I'm ever going to be one of them, like 3 sessions isn't going to give you that, right? Because that's the internal practice, where we have to consistently remember and learn how to align to ourselves, align to ourselves, align to ourselves. And that's really the work that I do with people over time, is that, we have things come up in our lives, and we deal with the immediate issue. So this is actually, let me talk to you a little bit about why the difference between the way that I coach and other people coach. And this is not a comparison, like, we're not in competition here, but I want to talk about different styles of coaching, because I think it might actually be really helpful for you to think about how you coach. So there are a lot of coaches out there who are amazing, absolutely amazing. Again, I'm not ripping down any coaches. I think everybody that I've ever worked with is brilliant in their own way. So there are coaches who deal with the immediate problem that's in front of you. And a lot of business coaches fall into this realm. We have a business problem, we get a business solution, right? Makes perfect sense. So most of us come to coaching with a specific problem. We have something urgent and pressing that's right in front of us. So we think, okay, I want to solve this problem. And I'm in the sort of realm of business coaching, so I get that. I solve the problem of messaging and audience and clarity about what your business is. So that's the immediate problem that we solve. But then there are some coaches, and this is where I fall into this camp, that then solve things for the longer term. So yeah, I'm going to help you solve the immediate problem of the clarity of what your business is, the message, and who your client is. But my goal is to actually give you, in the long term, a way to make decisions over time. So that, because I'm a strategist, right? Like, my goal is that you never have to work with me again. In fact, you never have to work with anybody again unless you're learning implementation tools or that type of immediate business need to learn, like Instagram or something like that. That's a different category of work. But that you learn, like, what I help people do is learn how to make decisions rooted in who they are. So every day we're confronted. It's a good thing though. We're like bombarded with opportunities, and we could go this direction or that direction. We could make this choice or that choice. And sometimes it's obvious, like between health coaching and life coaching, or sometimes it's more subtle. Like, do I say yes to this client? Do I say yes to this opportunity? Do I partner with this person? Do I post in this group? Where do I commit my time? Which group should I be a part of? Like, those are all decisions that we're making on a daily basis. But those decisions are also opportunities. So it may seem like we have this endless amount of decisions and opportunities, but no way to really filter them. Like, how do you decide between one group and another group? How do you decide between one offer and another offer? And because the work I do is soul rooting, so we get really in touch with what you are here to experience for yourself, and then what that means about how you're expressing it outwards, that gives you the ability to continually refer back to a central place, a central access from which to make those decisions. So my goal overall is that you know how to continually reference yourself. You know how to get to deeper levels of truth for yourself. You know how to move yourself in a direction that's always more truthful and meaningful and powerful for you. And it doesn't matter if you're a yoga studio or a small business. I've worked with photography studios, I've worked with yoga studios, I've worked with nonprofits. Like, we're giving you that strategic vision of who you are, that reminder of what matters to you and what your values are and who you really are and what you're here to share and experience, so that you can consistently move through the world and make decisions that support that for you. Which doesn't mean they're all not, sometimes they might feel bad, because there's trade-offs to lots of things. But that's my goal. So I want you to realize that there's two different kinds of coaches. There's coaches that solve immediate problems. So that's people who are like, let me teach you how to do Instagram. Let me teach you how to learn funnels. Let me teach you how to do this. And then there's people who are working on a longer term basis. And these are our mindset coaches. These are our confidence coaches. These are people like me who are teaching you like a really powerful skill set that you'll have for the rest of your life. Yes, we're dealing with an immediate problem, but we're tapping into that potential. So this is where, when you start to look for coaches, and as a coach yourself, you may notice this in clients, you can get a little frustrated with people who are looking for potential, but are like chasing after results. So they're selling themselves short on their potential by just focusing on that immediate result. And so they're doing things like, for my program, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I think I should do the 3 sessions. And I'm like, in my professional opinion, and I've been doing this for a while and worked with a couple hundred plus people, really the 3 sessions aren't going to get you where you need to go. So, like, that's fine, right? Like, that's fine. We help people where they are. Like, there's no anger, there's no resentment towards clients. It's always fine. But I want you to see it for you, so you can look at your own life and say, where am I shortchanging myself by looking for a result without the potential? Where am I not allowing myself to really fulfill my potential and step towards my potential because I'm so eager to have a short-term gain? And that's important. I'm going to make another video about this, but I just got done with Rolfing, which is why I'm like super chill right now. If you don't know, Rolfing is like structural alignment therapy, and it's crazy painful. Like really painful, really, 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 really painful. And it's been shocking to me how many people will never even consider something like Rolfing because of the pain. And it really got me thinking today, like, there are some of us who are a different beast, right? There are some of us who are so committed to the outcome and who are so committed to our vision of ourselves that we do what it takes, even if it's painful. Like, I've never experienced pain like Rolfing. Like, literally, it's awful. It's horrible. But it's like a blip, right? It's a blip in my life compared to where I know it's going to take me, and it's going to allow me to go. And so I don't even think twice. In fact, I think it's the best thing I've ever done to myself. And I skip down here to take the appointments because I'm like, woohoo, I get to go Rolfing. It's going to hurt because I know where it's taking me. And that's another level of commitment, right? So I just want you to think about both the two types of coaches. Like, which one are you? Are you solving the immediate problem? Or are you solving the immediate problem and then teaching a deeper, darker skill? A deeper skill that takes you longer. Takes somebody further towards their potential in the long run. And also, I want you to think about where you might be selling yourself short on your potential by grasping for a quick result. Because there's nothing wrong with skills. Skills are mandatory, right? Like, we have to have all these business skills, and they're amazing. But business skills only go so far if you don't know what your business is, if you don't know what your focus is, if you don't know what your message is, if you don't feel confident enough to share it, if you don't believe that you deserve it, if you don't believe it's possible for you. it's really easy. It's really tempting to say, well, I'm just going to sign up for this program, and I'm going to sign up for this program, and I'm going to learn how to do all the ins and outs of my business, and then you don't get anywhere because you haven't actually signed on to your potential. So I want you to think about that and the decisions that you've made in your life and in your business, and whether or not they're fulfilling your potential or if they're just trying to get you a result. Because once you choose to step into your potential, you'll be able to make the decisions that allow you to choose the things that are right for you in the long term. You'll choose things that help you with that underlying growth, even if it's not as fast as you want, even if it's not as, instant as you want. All right, that's it. And if you want to work with me, I do have those 3 sessions, but they're for people who really have a grounded business, and you're looking for that clarity on message and clients and what your business is, especially if you've been trying to implement for a while and you're like, this just isn't working because I don't know who I'm talking to and what I'm supposed to be saying. Or if you have tons of different skill sets, tons and tons of different skill sets, and you don't know which one to choose, and you feel like choosing any of them is just kind of like, ugh, why would I have to choose one over another? I'm all of them. Like, I don't want to have to just be one thing when I have all these different skills. So these are the people that I work with, people who don't know what their business is, and people who feel like they have tons of potential, but they have so many skills they don't know how to choose, and so they're sort of stuck in this spiral. And people who are really confused about their life purpose, and they want that overall sense of purpose coming through. So if you're interested in it, I've got the 3 sessions, I've got 6 weeks, and I've got 1 package for 3 months, which is really exciting. They're all on special because it's my birthday. But still, let me know what you think of this. Let me know which category you fall into, and also where you've chosen your potential, even if it might not have given you the immediate result. Mwah.